friends, anybody coming to this live tonight? Let's see who is awake. Anyone awake to join us on this live tonight? Anyone coming to join us on this live? Let's wait to see if anybody will pop up for this live. Hello, my dear friends. If you're just joining us for this live, you are all welcome to this edition of another fantastic day. Hi, Sam. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining this live. Oh, you, you've caught this one very early on, Sam. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate. Guys, I'm so sorry that this live is 15 minutes late because I had a few issues with setting up here. Hi, Senecas. Thank you so much for joining in this live. It has been another fantastic week, guys. Hooray! We've all made it to Friday. Yes, I am late. I'm so sorry. Technical issues, guys. You will excuse me for that, but that's not typical of me here. But thank you so much, guys. It's been another awesome week. Friday, very busy. Where has this week gone? Okay. It was literally Monday recently, and today is Friday. How time flies. And welcome to the new month, my great friends. Today, the 1st of July. And we are indeed into the last half of the year. So you are very much welcome to the new month, and I hope every single one of you is really looking forward to a positive month ahead, and as we head into the final half of the year. Ooh, 2022 is nearly gone. Very scary, isn't it? So, Sam, I hope you've been okay today, Senecas, wherever you are, guys. I hope you've had a great day. Each one of you who has just joined us on this live, you are very much welcome. This is where you come to catch up with the latest in the world of our British royals. So, guys, if my sound is not great tonight, let me know so I can adjust on my side here, because I had a few technical issues with my phone and my headphones and everything. I'm still working on getting a better handset, and of course buying those headphones that will be more louder and indeed more clearer. So yeah, fingers crossed we get all that sorted by next week. Yes, I had a good day, Sam. Thank you. This week, clearly, as you have seen, has been very busy. I'm just settling down now. I had a bit of running around, and of course, trying to summarize all these royal updates, as you have seen, for those who have been following up on this channel since the week started. Thank you so much for my recent post, guys. It really did well. On Prince William's altercation. Thank you so much for your thoughts. I truly appreciated every single perspective that you shared and those comments that you left behind on that post. I was really honored that people had such positive reactions to some of these messages that might look to others like useless messages. But, you know, these are messages that keep us informed on what is really going on, not just in the world of our royals, but literally around us, guys. When we share these thoughts, we are all learning something new. Yeah, not yet, Fiona. I'm still waiting, but hoping something comes through my my post. So I'm crossing my fingers, as you can see, Fiona here. But yes, welcome to another edition of this live. And I hope every single one of you who has just joined us has had a fantastic day. Before we go forward, guys, I would like to say that all these thoughts that we share here are our very own thoughts, my own thoughts. You do your bit of research on your side as well to make sure that these messages we share. Um, I know. I'll get it sorted very soon, Fiona. I will. Yeah. Yes, guys. So do your own research on your side so that we are all informed and we are all at the same wavelength of understanding some of these hot topics that pop up every day. But thank you so much for sticking around. Please stay until the end so that we can have some awesome conversations around our British royals. So, yes, these lives here are generally to get ourselves up to date with what has been happening in the world of our royals. Like I said to you, we have 7 senior working royals, and each one of them is traveling to different areas, different regions to do their work, to represent their patronages and all that stuff. So it's incredibly difficult to stay up to date with each one of them. So what we do is that's where we come onto these live streams to kind of wrap up all these activities together. Otherwise, it is really, really difficult to report on each single one of them. Okay. But as you have seen, I tend to pick out some of these stories that I think might make more meaning to you guys, and of course, stories that are more interesting. Those are the ones I share. But when we come on these live streams, like what we are doing now, we are rounding up whatever we might have missed so that all of you guys can stay up to date. So today's highlights, of course, guys, is around Queen Elizabeth's trip to Scotland recently, and we have Princess Diana's birthday, which has been today, celebrated today, in a special message that has been issued by her son, Prince William. And also, we shall have a brief look at Meghan and Harry across the Atlantic. But to start off with, guys, I think let us start off from here at home by talking about Prince William's brilliant message of remembrance for his mother, Princess Diana, who died in 1997. Quite some time gone now since Princess Diana died, and today she would have made 61 years of age. So it was great again to see Prince William, as always, step up to celebrate his mother's birthday through issuing that special message of thanks. And this message was issued following the awards that are given to those who excel, who have excelled in in their day-to-day activities within their communities. So before Princess Diana died, she had set up a few organizations, and some of those organizations have been doing a lot of great work, generally around bullying and homelessness and all that stuff. But there is one award that is given to those people who have excelled in all these organizations that Princess Diana set up a few years ago, I mean, long time ago when she was alive. And that award was named Princess Diana Award. So Princess Diana Award is that award, like I said, given every year to those who have excelled. And this year again, Prince William issued that award to some of those few individuals who have excelled in their local communities, of course, working under Princess Diana's organizations that she set up when she was still alive. And alongside that award, Prince William issued a fantastic statement that said that his mother should be very happy wherever she is in heaven, and very honored to see that these people are still doing great work in honor of what Princess Diana set up. And of course, Prince William was thanking everyone who is helping in those organizations established by her mother, and that he is very much always willing to support their ambitions because of what they are doing in memory of Princess Diana. So it was really great to see Prince William issue such a statement. Again, we haven't had any statements come from Prince Harry across the Atlantic in memory of his mother. So we wonder whether Prince Harry literally gave up everything to do with with his mother's patronages and all that stuff, anything to do with those celebrations that he previously used to be a great part of. So he seems to have abandoned literally everything to do with UK, with all those organizations. But Prince William, as we know, such a kind-hearted young man, of course, carrying the emblem of the royal family, and of course, still very much immersed in these activities. So very, very great of Prince William. Kudos to him. And today, guys, for those who are here, we celebrated Princess Diana's 61st birthday. So Princess Diana would actually be the same age as my mother if my mother was still alive. Okay. And hey guys, today I'm having a glass of of Diet Coke. I rarely drink Coca-Cola, but today for some reason I thought, why not? Okay. After all, it's a Friday, you know, so it's okay and to be a bit naughty. So yeah, I said, let me spoil myself with a glass of Diet Coke. Okay. Yeah, so that's that from Prince William. Of course, we know this week hasn't been a great week for Prince William with all that has been circulating on social media with that altercation video. And of course, there is a fight going on behind doors to have that video pulled off YouTube. But I think that battle is never going to be won because we are still seeing that video of the altercation make rounds. Yes, Fiona, I am. What are you drinking, Fiona? Are you having anything yourself? Yeah, guys, grab that glass of water, orange juice, glass of wine. It's a Friday. Coffee, yes, coffee would do. I think I would treat myself to a coffee after here. And I was told, Fiona, that you make a good cup of coffee, so would be nice. Sam, if you're watching this video, I was told you love a good cup of tea. You make a good cup of tea as well, so get that cup of tea sorted. Guys, let's get this party started. Okay. Yeah, but guys, if you you have been following up on any of those stories and you would love to share with us what we might have missed, again, drop it in the comment section below. Fiona, I really enjoyed those articles you shared with us recently about Prince Harry and Meghan. That was really great. Yes, Sam, why not? A glass of rosé would be nice. You work so hard. This week has been one of those busiest for yourself, hasn't it? So why not? Okay. Join me. Let's have this cup of coffee, a Coke, whatever you guys are having. Let's rejoice the end of the week together. Yes, so Prince William has had a rough week, guys. Of course, with that video, and that really, really disorganized his week starting. But it was great to see how he has ended it again with that sweet message. He is always doing something that puts him right there in people's great books. Okay. So Princess Diana's birthday today, let us toast it with whatever you're holding. Okay, 61 years she would have been today. And I wonder how she would have looked, Princess Diana at 61 years of age. What do you guys think? Mm. Of course, if Princess Diana was here, she would be the Princess of Wales, and she would very much be probably today with Prince Charles up in Scotland, where they have been this whole week with that royal week going on in Scotland. Yes, yes, she was very beautiful. Such a beautiful soul she was. And I think when you look at Prince William and his laughter, his little jokes and his giggles, you can clearly relate with the behavior Princess Diana had and that kind of shyness that Prince William has. You know, Princess Diana was a very shy girl, very soft spoken, and we really think she would even have been more beautiful if she was still alive today. But wherever she is, I'm quite sure she's looking down on her children and wishing them well. I'm quite sure she would be extremely proud of all of them, but mostly William for what he has done, of course, for the family and for keeping, you know, children and relatives together in the way that William has done. I think she would have been extremely proud of William. I didn't. I hadn't even moved to the UK by the time Princess Diana died, Fiona. Still back home, 1997. Such emotional days those were for those who were here, who saw Princess Diana live, and that light-hearted spirit she had. Okay, but we are very, very lucky that Princess Diana left behind such strong legacy in her two children, who are now, you know, kind of holding that flag, really, especially William, who is now seen as the future of the British royal family. Okay, when you look at the royals who are here and those who are really promising, those who are doing great things for the royal family, and those who are sort of spreading or taking the work of the royal family across borders in the way that Princess Diana would have loved, we see Prince William doing that perfectly. And let us not forget um, Catherine, Prince William's wife, who has sort of brought Princess Diana back to life through the dresses she wears, the jewelry, you know, and that fashion sense that very much envisions what Princess Diana used to wear and look like. So although Princess Diana is well gone, she is still very much alive through Catherine, who most of the time, if not all the time, wears outfits that are very similar to what Princess Diana used to wear. Okay. Oh yes, oh yes. I really don't know what she would have thought about Harry and his choices. I really don't know. That's something that is hard to imagine. But I'm quite sure she would have sat these two brothers together and gave them a real good talk. Okay? Because I think what we are seeing now highlights what a mother would have done had she been alive. It highlights, I don't know how to put that, because what we are seeing now between William and Harry is something that would not have happened had Diana been here, because I know Princess Diana would have kept these boys united and maybe would have had that extra last word of caution for his sons before they took that next step in their lives. And of course, nobody was there to kind of, and with the busy nature of all the other senior royals, Her Majesty the Queen, you know, I suppose they would not have found that really, really great ample time, call it, to sit down and fully advise these young boys, these boys, young men, going forward, especially with issues to do with relationships. A mother is always playing a key role in their daughters, their sons' relationship, or the choices they make with their men, their women, and we see that I think there was some kind of advice lacking. And I think with the stories we read concerning how Prince William used to advise Harry going forward in terms of making those choices with Meghan, um, I'm quite sure if it was Princess Diana who had those conversations with Harry, maybe Prince Harry would have listened more and bought that extra time to get to understand things before he actually makes decisions. We don't know, but definitely things would have been a little different. That I know for sure. But here we are anyway. Princess Diana, 61 years of age, would have been today. And we celebrated her 61st first birthday through that special message of thanks that William issued in a statement today. So that kind of wraps up something to do with Prince William this week. Of course, we know how busy the other week was for Prince William and Catherine visiting those organizations. This week has been a bit of a quiet one, I think, because William again was kind of fighting that battle of, of YouTube, trying to, of that video making rounds. So there must have been kind of some busy meetings and communication behind the scenes with those groups and lawyers and whoever is concerned with running social media pages for the royals to say that they stop that video making rounds. So I'm quite sure that is what has limited Prince William's um, events this week to just that one show of today. Okay, but I didn't see anything wrong with that video, whether it continues making rounds. I think Prince William did the right thing. And as a father myself, I think I would have taken the same steps that William did. Hi, Catherine. Thank you so much. Oh, Fiona, great. Thank you for those thoughts and acknowledgements. Catherine White, it should be, what time is it in Australia, Catherine, if you don't mind me asking? Because I know for sure you are on the other opposite side of our clock. So it must be either very early in the morning for you or very when? Or you're already in next day halfway somewhere. 6:50 a.m. very early in the morning. Yes, whoop whoop. How did you manage to see this live, Catherine? Did it pop up on your? Did you have a timer set up for this, or it is something that popped up on your YouTube feeds? Please share so we know how these messages or these notifications get to you. 2nd July already. Ooh, wow. That's the thing with Australia, isn't it? You're always getting into that next day before we do. How did you guys spend Platinum Jubilee celebrations, Catherine? We know that William and Kate are due to come. Okay, that notification. Okay. Ooh, thank you so much. Please keep those notification bells up so that you continue receiving these messages. I think this is the first time I've seen you pop up on my lives, Catherine. You might have missed a few notifications earlier. Yes. Yeah, so look out for William and Kate. I'm talking to you, Miss Catherine White. William and Kate might be coming to Australia very soon, and they will be coming down there Uh, yes, they will be coming there to continue the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. I know Princess Royal Anne came as well, didn't she? But definitely, I know Prince William and Catherine are lined to come up to Australia at some point, either later this year or early next year. But they also have plans to travel to United States, William and Kate. So I don't know which of those royal tours will come first, but I'll keep you up to date with those developments as we continue receiving them. But so, guys, thank you so much for sticking around and for keeping this page running. Okay, hi Lily, great to see you. Guys, if you're not subscribed yet, please, I ask you kindly to subscribe so that we keep these messages going forward and so that we build this channel to greater heights. Okay, this channel, as I've already said, is not mine, it is our channel. The more we build it, the bigger the audiences we will get to see our great thoughts every day. Leaving Prince William's story aside, thank you so much, Lily, for being great, for giving that great support always. Every single one of you on this live, I really, really appreciate your incredible support. So Queen Elizabeth is up. I think she has left Scotland today. And she, of course, she had gone there the whole of this week to continue those Platinum Jubilee celebrations up in Scotland. And we saw her being handed over the keys, and Queen Elizabeth handing over the keys in a ceremony that represents Queen Elizabeth entrusting leaders that are representing her in Scotland to do that job on her behalf. So Queen Elizabeth is still there. Yesterday or the other day was a garden party that was held in Holyrood Gardens up in Scotland. And again, we saw royals turning up in great shape. Princess Anne was there. Sophie Wessex, Prince Edward, Prince William, Prince Charles flew in from Rwanda, where he had spent about 3 days for the head of Commonwealth meetings. Okay. Oh, yes, yes. Queen Elizabeth is ever glorious, isn't she? She had that haircut, which kind of ushered in a new Queen Elizabeth. And this is the thing with Queen Elizabeth. The older she gets, the more prettier, the more beautiful, the more fashionable she becomes. And the more wiser, okay, she gets. So these are all attributes that we have never seen in anybody so far, especially as somebody of her age. So we upload her every day. Okay. Hi, Evelyn. Thank you so much. Evelyn is here in UK. Great to know you're here. And I hope you're having a wonderful evening. And thank you for joining this live. We are 28 minutes into this live, and we are just literally catching up on what has been going on in the world of our royals. We know it has been a busy season since the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. And in some areas, actually, whatever you're seeing is a continuation of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, like what we have seen in Scotland this week. Okay, so Scotland, as part of the UK, is one of those countries. I mean, those areas that had missed out on the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, because most of the events were here in Wales and in England. So Scotland has kind of come at the back of the calendar, simply because I think the distance, the journey would have been a little bit exhausting for royals to make within that Platinum Jubilee week. So that's why we have seen Scotland being last in terms of hosting these platinum events. And so that garden party in Holyrood House is one of the platinum jubilee garden parties that were held. We had 4 of them at Buckingham Palace, and then this would be the last of those 5 garden parties. So Queen Elizabeth missed a few garden parties here in London because obviously she was extremely busy over those 4 days. But she made a promise to the Scottish that I will be making that garden party celebration in Scotland. And the Prime Minister, the First Minister of Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon, gifted Queen Elizabeth with a bottle of whiskey, one of the finest. Okay, and what a present to gift Queen Elizabeth. Of course, we know she doesn't drink that much, okay? But a bottle of whiskey would have been a more symbolic gift to give to Her Majesty, especially as the garden party was going to be carried out that evening. So what a wonderful gift. Did you guys see my last post on that gift of Nicola Sturgeon handing over that gift to Queen Elizabeth? I think that was in a video post a few days ago. That was really, really great of Nicola and Scotland for that warm welcome that they showed to Queen Elizabeth. And of course, Queen Elizabeth turned up looking glorious, smart, pretty as always. And you have seen in the photograph, actually, I have used as my my banner for this video. You can see that lovely Queen Elizabeth dress, one of a kind. Okay, so it's great to see Her Majesty still able to travel to places as far as Scotland at 96. At that age she is. Now we understand she traveled by train, and then she got onto her car when she arrived in Edinburgh. But again, we were told that within that train they had to sort of use one whole carriage for Queen Elizabeth. So of course that carriage was booked for Queen Elizabeth and all her aides and security and everybody. Very, very costly travel arrangements, especially for all the royals going across the country to represent Her Majesty. These trips are very expensive and costly, but they are rewarding because the money the royals bring in at the end of the year is 3 times more than what the country actually spends on these trips. Okay, so again, the royal family is doing incredible work for the country and also for the local communities, isn't it? Who are so much inspired by the activities of these royals. So Prince Charles flew in from Rwanda. He must have been so exhausted. Now, all royals will be going for that summer break soon. I think in the next couple of weeks, all royals are going to take a summer break, and we won't be seeing much of them for some good few days. So these days that we are seeing them up and down the country are the days leading up to their summer holiday, because then they can take that well and leave, or call it holiday. Okay, but I want you guys to watch that clip of the parade, the last parade held in Scotland, and how Prince Charles requested the Queen to stay put so that he could go and inspect the guard of honor on Her Majesty's behalf. I thought that was brilliant. That was a great moment to watch. Okay, so I was looking at this video. I think it's on the Royal Family channel. And I always tend to look out for those small moments that are very inspiring. And this moment here after the national anthem had gone. Okay. Yes, yes, Catherine, I get what you say. And very sensitive matters, isn't it? And to also know that this cash is always issued in hard cash and all that. I don't know what that is all about, but of course, this money, Prince Charles claims that it is money that is fed into the Prince Trust, which is a big organization, of course, funding all these local community projects. And you will agree with me that the Prince Trust is doing a great job. I think within my locality here, it is funding nearly 2,500 young men and women to go to university. And each of these would be paying about £9,000 every year at university. So you can see that the Prince Trust is doing great work. And Prince Charles claims that that money is all fed into the Prince Trust. Okay. Of course, sometimes it's hard to believe those stories on the face of it, but I suppose there are organizations and establishments that are making sure these funds end up into those right places they are supposed to be going. Okay, do you think it calls misjudgment into question? It would, and of course, this has for long been a subject of debate, Catherine. I won't lie to you, but I try to steer away from stuff like that sometimes because sometimes we've got to think that these royals have got, they are living in this organization which is too huge. They've got so many departments managing that, managing this. And it's very difficult for those senior members, especially Prince Charles, to know exactly what is going on down in that organization. And what he does mostly is maybe put signatures on papers that have been presented to him, assuming that all the screening and the vetting of projects has been done by people under him that he obviously puts in those positions to carry out those duties. So sometimes when we see some of these stories where the royals themselves are being pinned down or to explain things to us, we sympathize with them because most of the time they don't actually know what is going on underneath their own organization, well, their own offices, because they are tasking individuals in these units within those establishments to carry out some of this work on their behalf. But again, these stories the truth will always come out, and no matter when and how long it takes, it still comes up, and people will always eventually get to know the truth with what is going on. But we really hope that all these funds being donated to the establishment are put to great use. And of course, people like Prince William, who are coming through the ranks, okay, need to be very careful when it comes with their image, their credibility, and how they manage projects, funds, and all those things. Because once people lose trust in you, that is your image gone. Pretty much like what we see with Meghan now and Harry, and how that trust was lost, and how it's going to take them a long time to repair that. Okay. But thank you so much, Catherine, for highlighting that. Okay. And Prince Charles, of course, has been through so many scandals, financial scandals, that he has been trying to swim and try and get across, and trying to prove to people and all that stuff. So there should be some kind of, he should be more careful going forward with how some of those transactions, that they do, all those signatures and documents he signs and all that. He should be very careful with how those operations are happening, especially as he is the next king. Because what we want to avoid is a situation where he is going to take over, but with people already losing trust in his leadership. But that's what we don't want to see. We want to see the royal family moving forward, more stronger, more transparent, okay, in how they do things, of course, with that leadership where decisions are going to be taken in the right way. And also, we want to see good role models like how Queen Elizabeth has been. Yes, we hear Prince William and Catherine are royal sweethearts in Australia. I don't know what is Meghan and Harry's popularity like in Australia. Can you please share with us, Catherine? Because obviously, I think the last time Meghan and Harry came to Australia was, when was that? 2018? I don't remember, but I'm quite sure they visited Australia. But I don't know how popular they are right there, because as we speak in United States, guys who are on this live from US, you will agree with me that their popularity in US is deteriorating, Meghan and Harry. And William and Catherine's popularity across all borders, including Australia, now we have just learned from Catherine, is going heights. Yeah. Can you imagine? Hmm? So that is what is going on in our world of royals. So we have Meghan and Harry in their corner there. So we have Prince Charles again with his own battles, financial issues and battles here. Okay. Yes, their behavior. And actually that brings us to Meghan and Harry. We have heard that they made a visit to Oprah Winfrey. Okay, so they visited Oprah Winfrey yesterday. I think they were seen in their Range Rover, making a 20 minutes, is it 15 minutes drive to Oprah, because they are neighbors. They are very much neighbors in the Santa Barbara or Montecito, wherever they live. And they were seen driving into Oprah Winfrey's residence yesterday. And allegedly, they stayed there for an hour. So we don't know if there is a second interview coming up, because obviously, what would you go to Oprah's for? Okay, because Oprah is known for those interviews, and as we know, Oprah Winfrey, since she held that interview, her image also kind of started hanging somewhere in that bubble. Whether it was a meeting for them to go and clear that air between Oprah and themselves, because we heard their relationship was also not on good terms since that interview. Oprah wasn't happy with the lies. So we don't know whether that visit that Meghan and Harry did yesterday or the other day to Oprah Winfrey's residence, and them spending there an hour, they were, we don't know if they were engaging in discussions to, to clear that air between themselves, or whether they are thinking of doing another interview. We don't know. But what we know is Meghan is eyeing a political office, and elections are soon. They're fast approaching in United States, and people will be vying for political offices. And we know that Meghan wants to stand for the position of President of United States, right? That's how she's very ambitious. It's good to be ambitious, yes, but sometimes, okay, we have to start somewhere, okay, and work our way up, you know. But we hear Meghan wants to run for the office of the President of the United States. Now, we see them making that trip to Oprah Winfrey's residence. So we are thinking it might have been a trip made to go and kind of air. They have just talked through things, apologies, get things back together, become friends with Oprah Winfrey, so that when these campaigns arrive, they have Oprah Winfrey's backing. Because we remember Oprah Winfrey backed the Obamas in the elections that Obama won. So it could also be that Meghan's are starting to cultivate that path. Okay. Kanye West ran for president. Oh, did he run for president last time, or he pulled out? I think he pulled out before the nominations began. But this time round, if Meghan runs for office, I'm quite sure Kanye West will probably also run the other side against Meghan. But this is going to be an easy ride for whatever opponent Meghan would have. And I think what a poor decision the Democrats would have made to appoint a candidate in Meghan, who right now as we speak is still a center of so much controversy going around. Okay. That interview was very much damaging, and it's on record. And whatever they said, it will never go away. Now we hear that Oprah Winfrey stopped the sale of those interviews and stopped all these social media channels that were still playing that interview, simply because she thought what was aired in those interviews was not right. So Oprah Winfrey stopped this interview and stopped everybody who was selling any rights for those interviews. Okay, and I think this is where now we see Meghan and Harry going to Oprah to try and make up, mend that relationship, and maybe try to get back in Oprah's good books, in preparation for their next launch, because that launch is going to be very important to have all these big names, Oprah Winfrey, the likes of not Rihanna, what is it, Jay-Z and Beyonce, all that so-called royal clique of United States. So this is something that Meghan has now started, because she's very calculative, that young lady. She's very, very calculative, and she knows how to play by situations. Okay. So we haven't seen much of them recently, because they were, of course, going through a lot. Netflix was kind of stopping these projects that they had taken on. Spotify was canceling projects. They needed to have a project come through to be able to sustain that expensive life they are living in United States. So this trip to Oprah Winfrey again would signal probably another project they are working on, but maybe they need to clear uh, that way, and try and make up with people who would support them to launch into those bigger projects they want to get their hands on moving forward. But yeah, things are not smooth with the Sussexes. Guys, if you follow if you want to know what is going on in the world of these royals, I'm inviting you all to visit their official Instagram pages, because this Instagram now has become, and Twitter have become those popular media channels or media handles of communication for royals and for really for establishments that are very serious with what they are doing. They try very hard to update those handles with what they have been up to recently. Now, when you visit the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, that is the Instagram handle for William and Kate. It's very busy. Okay. Yes, thank you so much, Catherine. Let's catch up soon. I will be going live again on Sunday. Catherine, please. I'll communicate the timings here, the timings through the community tab. So I'll kind of put up the timings for that Sunday live stream. But thank you so much for stopping around again. I've enjoyed your perspectives, and have a brilliant weekend, Catherine White. All right? Thank you so much. Bye bye. Bye, Kath. Um, yes, so if you want to stay up to date, guys, with what is going on in the world of our royals, try and visit those social media handles, especially, yes, especially Instagram. Now, William and Kate run an Instagram account through the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. That media handle is up to date, is updated every day. So you can see that they put up posts, whether it's about themselves or Queen Elizabeth or Prince Charles or Camilla and Prince Edward. You can see that there is some activity going on. Now I want you to visit the Sussex Royals handle, and you will realize that the last time they posted was somewhere in March 2020. Okay, so it has been a while. It has been a while since they really ever posted since their last major activity. And I'm surprised they didn't post much of the Invictus Games, but I think again this could be largely due to the projects they are running with Netflix. Maybe some of these projects do not permit them to post things on their own social media handles, because those projects are done for Netflix. So they are held up in that very difficult world they are in, with those projects coming with conditions. Okay, and of course, back in the days when they were still working under the royal family, most of this work was done by the royal family. All the legalities of these duties was handled through the royal family, the funding, security, and all those things. And here we are now, Meghan and Harry running their own projects, on Netflix projects, where they lost, they don't have that control anymore. So they handed over their power to these establishments that they are selling their rights and these projects too. So that's why we are rarely seeing hello, Andre. Thank you so much for catching this one. I was wondering where you were, because you rarely miss these lives. Fiona, thank you so much. Lily, Sam, I've been told you've had a very, very busy week. Thank you so much for catching up here again. Earlier on, we had Catherine White, she's left. But also, you guys who are here watching that haven't commented, I'm seeing you and I do appreciate your time on this live, each one of you. Keep these messages coming, Andre. Let us know how your day has been and whether you're looking forward to the week, to the weekend. And we are, of course, looking at what has been going on in the world of our royals this week. If you've missed most of it, Andre. It's our same usual kind of conversations we have here. Okay. So that makes us wonder what the future holds for the Meghan and Harrys. Of course, we know that Prince William and Catherine are very much in line to becoming the future king and queen, very much in line. And we know that Prince Charles, of course, who is the next in line now, is 75 years, no, well, 73 years now. So if he's to become king, really, we are going to see a short spell of Prince Charles and a longer one for Prince William, because, you know, even when Prince William finishes his term again, we are seeing Prince George again. This is Prince William's blood. That's much we are talking about Prince William and Catherine being very much the future of the British monarch. Okay. But one last thing before I forget, guys, stay tuned for William and Catherine's birthday. Queen Elizabeth, we hear, is organizing one of the biggest birthday celebrations we have ever witnessed on this planet, and that is going to be William and Catherine's birthday combined. So this birthday is going to be either held at Windsor Castle or Sandringham. So they are still debating on the location for that party, but it's going to be massive. Apparently, Queen Elizabeth has hired the best chefs, and the cake we are going to see is a very unique cake. Royal insiders have already started spilling some of these beans, but we are very much looking forward. The dates have not been yet confirmed. I think they were waiting to have this Royal Week of Scotland out of the way and to see the Queen come back to Windsor Castle safe and sound, and then arrangements for William and Catherine's birthday will start taking shape. Okay. But we are very much looking forward again to these celebrations, because Catherine turning 40 in January, bless her, she did not have any celebrations because that was bang on, you know, during those times of COVID. Okay. Oh, good. That made me laugh, Fiona. Yes. I'm crossing my fingers. Okay, I'm really, really crossing my fingers. So I'm invited to that party. That would be awesome. But you supporting these messages here on this platform will get us through those doors one day. Because the more we put these messages out consistently, the more our channel will grow. And I expect to throw a party for Francis Page Media, you know, where all of us will rejoice, guys. Your support has been incredible. Looking at our subscriber count, of course, our channel is growing steady fast. Okay, without you guys, I don't know where this channel would be. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your encouragement. Fiona, thank you for those articles you shared earlier on. They were very, very insightful. Yes, yes, I would do. Andre, do you know how? Have you ever seen me dancing? Maybe you will one day. I'll do a YouTube video of me dancing one day. Yeah, yeah. Yes, I might do a video of myself dancing. I will actually do one when we get to a certain number of our subscriber count. But I will keep you informed, guys. I will. Maybe I should do one dancing in front of Buckingham Palace on my next trip to London. I will do one for you guys just to say thank you for your incredible support for these messages. You empower me every day. You keep this channel running. I post 3 times a week, and where possible, 4 times a week. And I do 2 live streams in a week, unless there is a very, very, very hot story that pops up. But I always stick to 2 live streams in a week. But I want to grow this channel, guys. I want to step up and start doing more lives, start doing um, more traveling, visiting some of these royal palaces, and doing a quick walk through the palace with you guys, so you can see what is going on behind the scenes in some of these places. Those are some of my future plans for this channel. But otherwise, your support is what has got us to where we are right now. Yes, yes. Yes, we've got to stay positive, guys. We've got to stay optimistic. And I know so many royalists these days who are very unsure of where our royal family is heading. And my message to those people is, please don't worry. The royal family and how it is revolving forward, I think, is really moving in the right direction. Sorry, it's this Coca-Cola here. We know that Queen Elizabeth, of course, is 96 years of age. She's not getting any younger, as we know, but we are now starting to see Prince Charles emerge in most of these events and taking over from Her Majesty slowly by slowly. But also we know that William and Kate are also very moving closely. They are there, very close, and they will be working together with Prince Charles when Prince Charles takes over. And we have seen that most of those decisions that were made recently with during the Platinum Jubilee celebrations that were very difficult, some of these decisions were made by Prince William, okay, and Prince Charles. So we can see that they are very much moving in the right direction. There is the right kind of leadership in place, which we so badly need if we are to move forward successfully. Okay, so let us stay strong, guys. We still got this. And we also hope that this Meghan and Harry issue is done with once and for all. That they don't break the royal family down, because they are very much capable of doing so if they carry on with their reckless kind of behavior and decisions. And of course, engaging in all these projects that are going to undermine the royal family. Okay, but other than that, guys, we are very hopeful. Our royal family is still strong, still standing. Always stay up to date by subscribing here at Francis Page Media. Check out my daily posts that I share through the community tab. I don't know if you guys visit that community tab. I tend to post updates there. But also please follow my TikTok handle. I share similar messages. well, TikTok messages are quite different, but again, I tend to share little hints of what has been happening in the world of our royals on the day. So I will call this live, I'll call it ends, and I hope to see you all again on Sunday. Thank you so much, Fiona. Thank you so much, Andre, for joining this live. And Sam, I know you're watching this. You have been great support as well. Lily, if you are on this live. Catherine, I know you said bye-bye. And everybody who has been on this live till the very end. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Let me use this opportunity to wish you a great weekend, and let us catch up on Sunday, guys. Okay, keep that support coming. Please stay subscribed, because Francis Page Media is the only channel where you come to catch up with the latest in the world of our British royals. Thank you, Fiona. Take care, Andre. And keep safe, guys. Keep smiling. Keep that happiness. Keep inspiring me, guys. I love you all so, so very much. Have an awesome weekend, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.